All right, recording is rolling. Welcome to Friday, October 13th. You guys know that the first 9 weeks ended yesterday. Anything you guys put in the grade tray today, I'll get in the grade book, but it's got to be in today because next time I see you guys on Tuesday, by then the grade book's going to be closed and locked and nothing to do that point. Right. For my AP students, there's some AP coming up. Honors, don't worry about that. Right. Picture retakes today. If you want a picture retake for any reason, then, well, last shot to get it. If you want that, then let me know, and that'll be all right. All right, so I always got plenty of stuff for us to do. There's puzzles we can solve, or demos, or Kahoots, or whatnot lined up. But when I was driving to school today, I had a change of plans on the car ride over because I heard on the radio. Do you guys remember this solar eclipse I was telling you guys about yesterday? That's okay. So this is happening tomorrow. It's going to go like right over New Mexico. Okay, if I zoom in here, it says, "Oh, 2023. Hey, that's this year. October 14th. Hey, that's tomorrow." So like right over New Mexico, right? I was thinking, well, it's probably too far west for us to see anything special in Florida, but I thought wrong. According to radio, they were saying in Florida we can see somewhere like 50 to 60% of the eclipse, which might make it look something kind of like this at the best, right? Check the news online, and apparently that seems to be the case. So we're doing pinhole cameras. That's what we're doing today. Last time there was an eclipse 6 years ago, I had my classes build these so you can view the eclipse not directly, but like using this device. Here, I'll show you guys one of the models from earlier. It looks about like this. Right? You can use this device. You can look through this eyepiece and you can see an image of the eclipse down here. When I first did this project with my classes 6 years ago, I didn't have high expectations. Thought, okay, well, maybe it's kind of interesting principle, but we took it outside and it's like, oh, this thing actually works. Right? You can actually see like an inverted image of the eclipse. So let's talk about looking at eclipses. So when the eclipse rolls over tomorrow, and the best times to see it are just before 12 o'clock to about 3 o'clock, right? And then it'd be best right before 1:30. Okay, so this is tomorrow. Okay, guys, do you want to look directly at the eclipse?
Yeah.
No is the correct answer because that'll burn your retinas out, like Galileo. Do you want to wait? Well, what if you have sunglasses? Can you just throw on some sunglasses and look at it? No, that's not good either. Right? I happen to have some special glasses that I bought 6 years ago for the last eclipse. Right now, these right here, if you put these on, the entire world looks black until you look at the sun, and then you can see the sun. But these are special made for that. Right? Got like these mirrored surfaces here. Like obviously you can't see through this. Like whatever's on this paper, look, you definitely can't see through those, right? Right. So it's completely blocked. Well, not 100% blocked, but only like the most intense light, so like sunlight can get through. Right? But if you don't have some of those, your next best option is going to be this pinhole camera, also called camera obscura. Right, so see if you guys are following this right. So maybe this is oriented approximately vertically. The sun and the moon is like up here, right? So the eclipse happening up here, right? And you're looking in through this eyepiece. You're looking down, right? You're looking down, right, through this eyepiece. There's this little pinhole right here where all the light rays are going to travel like in straight lines. They'll go through this pinhole and it'll keep traveling straight lines, and you'll end up with an inverted image on the underside of this cap down here, right? And then here's the eyepiece you're looking through, right? And then any excess light going through what would be going through the eyepiece is pretty much blocked by your head, so those work pretty well. Okay, so I'm gonna flip over and show you guys a video demo of one of these in action real fast, and then show you guys putting this together. All right, so about the first half of this video to explain basically how these work. Right, again, also called a camera obscura. If you look at any photographs from like the 19th century, like you see a photograph of Abe Lincoln, like almost certainly it involved this type of technology. So you have some kind of pinhole, light rays traveling straight lines, right? And then they would have like some big boxy type camera and have some kind of photographic film on the backside, and they could develop that. Now, of course, all the images would be inverted, right? So you have like an inverted Abe Lincoln, so on, right? So later on, like second half of this video, they go to this hotel room in San Francisco, throw up a sheet, block out the window, and then what was this, a 4-centimeter diameter hole, right? And turn off the lights and okay, so there's San Francisco outside. Oh, there's inverted San Francisco behind. Ooh, let's hit pause on this. Pause. Hold on. Pause here. We got this phone call. All right, record is back. Here we go. And then successively smaller holes. Right, now we're down to 2 centimeters. Right? the advantage of smaller holes is that you get a sharper image. The disadvantage is that the image is dimmer. Right? So it's kind of a trade-off. Right. So there you go. Right. So it's like you guys see that inverted image, right? So we're going to do that sort of with this this cardstock paper, right? So you can put this whole thing together with 3 pieces of cardstock. Now I do have to keep a pretty good pace because the amount of time, class time we got today, like 35, 36 minutes, is just enough time, right? If you're not quite able to keep up with me, then I'll post a video to the classroom later, and you can take whatever materials you need. And if you want to try this out at home, you can. Okay. So 2 of these pages of cardstock are going to be the main body, and I'm going to make a cylinder shape. So I'm going to roll it like we call it a hamburger roll or something. I don't know. Roll it long way like this. Okay. Or sorry, hot dog roll. It would be hot dog roll. So it would be. Okay, and then now the larger diameter you have, typically the better. A lot of the times these are built with shoe boxes, so it's not even a skinny cylinder shape. It's like a big old box, right? There's camera obscuras that allow this like boxy shape, right? So the diameter, as I measured earlier, is about 6 or 7 centimeters. You guys know if you press and hold for 20, 30 seconds, should dry right there, right? Right. So again, I'm going to keep a pretty good pace today. I've been able to finish this whole project within the class time, every class today, but we got to keep a pretty good pace to do that. Okay. Right, so this is, oh yeah, there's about 6.5 centimeter about diameter right there. Okay. Right. Then I'm going to take a second cardstock and roll it around the first one. Right. Let me show you guys why. Because if you see why it clicks, it makes more sense what you're doing. Right. So here's the finished version. Right. This actually slides in and out. See how it slides in and out? And the purpose of that, I don't know how useful this is. Maybe not. Right. But there is some equation I saw with like what's the optimal length of the camera and like what's the optimal diameter size that pinhole that would go along with that. There's like some equation it feeds into. So if you can now the ones I made 6 years ago, they were just like some big size and they worked okay. They worked, right? But this one will slide. So is it possible that that would let you like focus what might be otherwise a slightly blurry image? I don't know, right? Maybe, right? At least you'll have that availability. Well, I'll be able to find out this weekend. Right? So I'm gonna roll another cylinder around the first cylinder and glue this down. Ooh, okay. I think that's just the right size right there. So it's a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna glue. That. I have to do this with it. Kind of this drying. Okay, so now I got 2 cylinders that can slide one another. Ooh, actually, here, right? Like that too. That's actually a little bit too tight. Let me undo that and redo that. Okay, got to undo that. Let me do a quick redo here. Okay, made mine too tight. You want it to be snug enough that you can adjust it to whatever length and it'll stay in place. Okay, but not, maybe I should reverse this to try that. That might work better. Okay. But not so snug that it can't be adjustable in the first place. Okay, so it's like an optimal snugness. So let's try that again. Okay, yeah, that flies pretty good. That feels pretty good right there. So I can fly in and out. Okay. So I put this to the side, and now the last cardstock page. I'm gonna fold this into quarter pages and then cut those. So I need 4 quarter pages here. And so what I'm doing right now, making these 4 quarter pages. These 4 quarter pages is going to be all the other parts of the camera, which is going to be the 2 end caps and the eyepiece is what this is eventually going to be. Well, I did a fold and tear. This paper tears real nice to get a good crease. You guys do have scissors. If you want to cut, that's okay too. And quarter pages. Boom, 4 quarter pages. And a couple of these are going to be end caps. So I go ahead and start making those. Do it by kind of pop down this right here. How you get it straight up to circle. And then trace the circle around where this end cap's going to go. It's a little wonky there. All right, I'll smooth that out. There's the circle right there. Okay. Let's see what the. Yeah, oh yeah, there you go. 6 centimeter diameter. So if you like, you can measure it. It'll be about 6 centimeters diameter. Try this right here. Boom. I like that. Look at that. All right, so this is going to be the end caps. Like, if I have this here, I can kind of like wrap around the ends and like glue it like that. Right? But I don't want to do that right away because that doesn't wrap around very nicely. I'm going to make some incisions. Right before that, here, I'm just going to shave off the corners. Some cross I do this, some not. And so maybe if you don't shave off the corners, it doesn't make a huge difference, but it might make it look a little prettier in the end. So shave off the corners. I'm going to do.
Wait, so is the diameter of the circle supposed to be?
Yeah, the diameter, right. Yeah, they match, right? So the diameter of the circle matches the diameter of the cylinder, so it can wrap around it, right? And I'm gonna make some incisions with the scissors up to that circle point, right? So I'm just going to the circle. Okay. Now notice as I'm going around, I'm cutting straight towards the center of the circle. So I'm gonna do that, cut straight towards the center of the circle. Towards the center of the circle. All the way around. Do the same thing with this guy. Okay, cutting straight toward the center of the circle, all the way up to that circumference line. There you go. And then I can pull these wings in so they can wrap around the side of the cylinder. Here I'll dab some glue on and I'll stick it on the cylinder, but hold off on that. Eventually, that's what's gonna happen. All right. So it's gonna just show you guys, right? So it's gonna pop right around the cylinder right there, just like that. Just like that. Right. Same thing with this one. I feel like if you have a circle mark like this, maybe you want that circle mark to show up on the inside or the outside of your pinhole camera. It's a design choice up to you, because I've got mine going on the inside. So I got a couple of end caps. Next piece I'm going to make, or here's what I got so far, right? We got 2 cylinders, that's an adjustable length main body tube, right? We got what's eventually going to be the 2 end caps, right? Got them pretty well put together. Right? I still need to make this eyepiece, so that's the next part I've got to put together right here. Is this eyepiece, right? So for this one, I'm going to take one of these quarter pages, do a hot dog type roll. Find it right here. Now, after that dries, it's especially going to go somehow on the side of this tube. It's going to go right. Okay. But maybe what I want to do is like cut it so it actually fits to the side like this. Right? So I'm going to have to make a long cut alongside this thing. Right? So I'm going to cut it like about like this. See what I just did? Right. So I had quarter page rolled into a long cylinder, right? And I just cut this corner off at a pretty sharp angle right here, right? Just like that. Yeah. Right. Right. Now, I won't be able to glue this directly on here. That would be like an edge to a surface. You guys know if you glue paper like edge to surface, it doesn't really glue very well. It takes forever to dry. Okay. But surface to surface, ooh, that'll work. So we're gonna also cut some wings into this one. So I'm gonna cut some wings right here. So cut some incisions. Thing here. Some incisions. Now these wings, I'll be able to dab some glue on, and that'll fit right up to that cylinder. Just like that. Maybe extend this one a little bit right here. There we go. So getting pretty close here. All right, so back to here. Right. So this is gonna fit adjacent to this cylinder post, right? But you got to, I mean, it's the eyepiece, so you got to be able to see inside. So I really need to cut a window right here. I need to cut a window. That's what I need to do, right? Now that window should line up pretty close to this cylinder, or this eyepiece rather. Right? So that's going to be about 2 centimeters diameter and about 10 centimeters long. So we're going to get a rectangle window that's about 2 centimeters diameter and about 10 centimeters long. And put it on this piece right here. Okay. And put it near the top, maybe a few centimeters from the top. Okay. There's 2 centimeters diameter, and then let's see what's 10 centimeters long. So right about here. That's gonna be exact, just as long as it's pretty close. Okay, this should work in the end. Okay. All right, and then cut out this rectangle shaped window. There you go. About 2 centimeters wide, 10 centimeters long. Right there. That window. About to time to start gluing these parts together. Okay. So this eyepiece I'm gonna glue right there. Yep. Okay. All right. So what I did was I just pressed this down, made an incision, right, and then just reach the scissors in and go. Right. All right. And then so you need to pop this guy on. So you're about there. Okay. This one's kind of tricky to glue in place. I got these little wings trying to go right outside this window. So I give that a little bit of time to kind of set in place. Okay. But really, yeah, really that one, it's hard to get to dry. Okay. Right. But that's what we're going to bring in the last quarter page for, last quarter page. So I'm going to wrap this around like a shield. And that's going to do 2 things. One is it's going to help hold it in place and like dry in place. Right? But another thing is if there happens to be if there happens to be like any holes in this window here, then this will also block those out, like block any extra light that might be seeping through. Okay, so I'm gonna put that like right there's where that's gonna go. Okay. So let's get some glue here. Glue, glue. Well, that on right there. Looks pretty good. All right, I take either a roller or some scissors, reach inside to help like press this down. So probably take a moment to dry right here. All right, if you got this glued right, it should be the case that you can, oh, zoom out. This. Okay. Should be the case that you can look through this eyepiece and see like down to the bottom of where this camera's gonna be. Yeah, looking through, I think it can kind of see that, like see down the bottom. Okay, so it's good view down there. Okay. Now, these end caps. Okay, I think we're right on time where we need to be. Right, there's 2 end caps. Okay. One of them is going to be the cap that goes on top. Now that one needs the pinhole in it. You can see that's kind of a good size right there. There you go. I think that'll got that. Okay. So I need to pop a pinhole in this one. Right there. Okay. If you think your pinhole is too small, you can move around, make it bigger. If you think it's too big, what you could do is take, say, an index card, make a smaller hole, and then cover that one. Right, cover the too big one with the smaller one. Right, kind of replace this piece. Right, make sure it's like a circle shape. Looking for a circle shape. Right, your circle shape. All right. right, there's some glue on the inside wings of this top cap, which has the pinhole in it. Right, so I put the pinhole in it. Okay. Put this there. Right. It should wrap around it just like that. All right. You guys do have some string on your desk. You could, if you like, take a loop of string and put the loop of string around it. Might help hold it in place and keep it drying. I've had mixed success with that today. String, so it's kind of hold that in place there. All right, so I think that's pretty good right there. All right, now the bottom part of this, bottom part, can fit over this way. Okay, so this can slide up and down. So you guys got adjustable length, right? And the bottom end. Now here's where the image is going to show up, right, on this bottom inside surface. Okay. Same thing. We're just gonna pop that right there, glue that in place, right, and then that will be it. Or maybe I'll pull it apart just to work with it. Okay. There you go. All right. It's pretty close. You can come up that a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so now slide this back together. All right. So there's adjustable length tube. Okay. And then last check. Look. Okay, so here's the pinhole where the light's coming through. Right. Then here's the eyepiece. Right. Now your head should pretty well block out the excess light, so your eyes kind of close here. Right? And if you look through here, you should be able to see the bottom of this thing. Wait, see. Oh yeah. So I know this is off screen, but yeah, I can see the bottom there. I can see the bottom. See, there. I'm trouble getting a good angle here, but yeah. So that works, right? If you look through this eyepiece, you can see this bottom on the surface right here, right? And that'll be the inverted image of the solar eclipse. If you use this tomorrow, solar eclipse. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Pretty good time. Got a couple minutes left here. All right. So recap. Remind you guys how to actually use this thing, because remember, you never ever want to look directly at the sun or try to look at the eclipse, because that'll burn your retina out, right? So just last reminder here. Here's the pinhole camera you guys just made. The pinhole's on the top. The lunar eclipse is going on in the sky. You're not looking directly at that, right? The light from the eclipse, sorry, solar eclipse, right? Light from the eclipse travels in straight lines, inverted image. You're looking through this eyepiece straight down. You're looking straight down, and you see an inverted image right there. All right. If you guys need any extra materials, you can take any materials home you need to finish it if you like. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. That's a wrap.